Hi guys, I'm back. And after my summer vacation is almost over, I'm going back to making more videos as I promised in my Lonely Future reviews. But before we do any of that, I'm gonna revisit Mirror Magic. Well, I can tell that my Mirror Magic review was kind of negative, and I can understand why I got so many dislikes. I would have wanted to get more of an explanation on why my review was terrible, but I digress. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to revisit the other specials because my opinions are still the same. Nothing has changed except Mirror Magic. Now, as how much I really despised the special when it premiered, even though it didn't premiere in Discovery Channel, it was premiered into a different place. I found it a little better than I thought, but it's still not that good. The problems I have are still there. Now, if you guys still like the special, then that's fine. But I still don't. It's just hard to like something that is 22 minutes long. I'm serious, I'm never going to get over that no matter what. I'm still going to keep talking about this every time someone say, why is Mirror Magic terrible? Because of the 22-minute mark and other stuff. Okay, no more stalling time. It's time to get back to the problems that I found in this. Now, before any of you ask, yes, I don't have an issue that Princess Twilight isn't in this special, but that's not saying much. Now, I don't have a problem that Starlight Glimmer is a part of this and Princess Twilight isn't. But here's something that everyone needs to know. Princess Twilight should at least be in this, but not in the Mirror World. I mean, if you were never going to have Princess Twilight be a part of the Mirror World, you should at least let her know that Starlight Glimmer is going to the Mirror World. I don't care what anyone says, this still bugs me a lot in this special. Even if Starlight Glimmer can be independent, and she proved that in the season 7 premiere, but that doesn't mean that she could just go through a different world with someone who barely even comes back to Equestria. And the fact that Princess Twilight gave Sunset Shimmer a letter, then that should be the point where Princess Twilight shouldn't have been in her castle. It just doesn't work that the fact that she just completely is out of her castle and actually gave messages to her. I'm not sure if this kind of works, but I think Princess Twilight should give Sunset Shimmer messages in her castle. I just don't understand why she has to send messages outside of her castle. And what boggles my mind is that she really thinks that Starlight Glimmer can take care of it. I know that Starlight Glimmer and Princess Twilight are intelligent, but come on. It's just hard to take this seriously for me. As for the human and Princess Twilight interaction thing that I keep talking about, I'll be completely honest with you. I pretty much give up on that, and I really found that this spin-off series might get dumbed down if she doesn't appear. I mean, I will give it second chances, but I'm still having problems with that. And to give this special some credit is that, like in Friendship Games and Legend of Everfree, they at least have a purpose of having both Twilight separated in the special. I don't qualify the other two specials because I can let that slide. In this special, of course, Princess Twilight is out of her castle doing some friendship lessons, and Human Twilight was stuck in the mirror in this entire special. Okay, I mean, I was expecting that stuff to happen, but at least they have a reason. I swear, if they make another movie about that, they better have a reason of separating two Twilights from each other. Don't worry, I'll get into the news that what we got from info from Hasbro. Just wait until I'm done with the problems. But here's another problem with this. She's useless in all three specials. And in my opinion, her character is maxed out completely. I mean, just looking at her performances in these three specials, she isn't kind and lonely like Fluttershy anymore, and just basically a typical teenager, basically. What I mean by that? Unlike Princess Twilight, well, she kind of has a personality. This Twilight does have a personality, but she really doesn't have anything left at all after Legend of Everfree. in that movie, she was at least useful and she had a purpose. I know that in these three specials, she isn't supposed to be the main character to get the spotlight, but just looking at her right now, it just feels kind of depressing and really awkward. I mean, she's just part of the group because Princess Twilight isn't around anymore. That's basically all I have for human Twilight in this. She just basically turned into her dog. Well, the Mirror World's Spike just doesn't do anything and has no development whatsoever. That's what I feel about her in all three of these specials. It's just disappointing. I mean, Princess Twilight didn't need to be in Friendship Games and Legend of Everfree, and I can understand why people can find that okay and acceptable, but I don't understand how they can found this okay just having human Twilight completely not do anything except helping. That's basically all I feel about this character. At least give her dialogue about what she thinks about her princess counterpart for the most part. I mean, we got one line from Legend of Everfree, but that's basically it. Anyway, let's get on to Jennifer montage. And yet I still didn't change my opinions about her. She is still the same character I saw over and over again. Okay, here's my true opinions on her. She's not the worst character, she's just the most underdeveloped character for two specials. I'm really serious. I mean, she's just there just to have these two specials exist for a reason. I know this is hard to take it seriously, but in the other movies, at least the characters have a purpose. Like, Glossio want to make Camp Everfree the best camp. And as for the third movie, well, you're probably gonna have to wait until next year because I haven't gotten a lot in that movie yet. But anyway, all she ever wants to do is be the actress of Do, and I can understand where she's coming from. But she really doesn't understand that she's still too young to do that kind of stuff yet. I will do respect the fact that in the beginning of the special, she is sick and tired of seeing the Equestria girls everywhere, and she hates it because she didn't get the fame that she wanted to. But then again, in movie magic, she didn't think clearly, and she still doesn't understand her limits. I still do understand that she is mad at the rain booms, but still, and the things get even more difficult when she gets corrupted by magic yet again. And of course, I still think that magic are drugs. It really does. Seriously, I don't care what anyone says, magic are still an issue with these movies and specials. Everything that I explain about Jennifer is just the same issue I have with magic corruption in Equestria Girls. 4 times that this has keep happening and nothing original since Rainbow Rocks is just very sad and disappointing. Especially that Starlight Glimmer actually knows how to cooperate in the human world in just 10 minutes. I just don't understand how they can handle this in 22 minutes. It still boggles my mind about the magic corruption thing in Starlight Glimmer's character in this world. It just doesn't work. I mean, really, in the ending of the special, well, she apologizes, just like Sunset Shimmer, Human Twilight, and Glossio Daisy. I still cannot relate to her. I mean, really, the writers who write Equestria Girls can't figure out another idea to do something different like in Rainbow Rocks. They think that having magic corruption would be the main thing about Equestria Girls. But they keep hammering in a lot, and it gets very old. It probably got old until the 4th movie. As for the meal thing, as much of how unique it is, it's just hard to buy. I mean, I know I wasn't expecting anything like this, and I was actually expecting that 2 worlds were gonna get some corruption and stuff like that, but I guess this is not what I expected whatsoever, considering that the statue is kind of like a meal, but you basically know what I mean. But anyways, I really found this kind of walk, if only, again, Princess Twilight knows that Starlight Glimmer is... I'm sorry, it's hard to take this seriously. I'm sorry, I keep complaining about this because it's hard to buy. For 22 minutes, Starlight Glimmer's character is just forced. I mean, she really acts like she hasn't been in this world. I don't blame her that much, but at the end of these specials, she just meets the counterparts of her pony friends. And she should at least knows that the human counterparts, while may do similar differences, they at least do the exact same thing in the pony world. Ugh. I'm really getting off track with this because of how this episode confuses me a lot. Anyway, I should probably talk about the apology thing. I'm really speechless. I mean, I'm not even shocked and not even surprised. I can't even pretend to actually found this very exciting and very laughable and good. It's too predictable. I mean, really, it's like everyone knew this was going to happen and they act like it's not even an issue. It really is an issue for me. And no, the other characters explain what they did in the past doesn't change anything either. It just makes me so annoyed and just furious about this. Even with Juniper's facial expression doesn't even change it. I mean, really, it's like, am I missing something here? Like, really, is this... I mean... I can't even think of anything to describe her response. And no, it's not because I'm doing this with no script. I'm being serious. Because Juniper is just... doesn't learn anything except that magic is a bad thing. Well, not really a bad thing, but a corruption thing. She just hangs out with them like it was nothing whatsoever. You know, if the magic didn't even pop out of nowhere, none of this would have never happened. Ugh. This is why I found this special way better if they focus on the portal getting corrupted by magic, which really didn't do anything in all three of these specials. And the ending. Oh boy, this is why people disliked my video a lot. Okay. I'm still mad at this. I'm still cringe every time I see this part. You know what made all this okay with? If Princess Twilight actually knew that Starlight Glimmer, or better yet, I changed my opinions. This would have been much better if Starlight Glimmer was part of the very first special, with Princess Twilight knowing that she's gonna be in the Mirror World for a couple of days. It would make this acceptable.